Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Zip Zalar Field, the site of tonight's SBC River Clash for the top spot in the conference between Tiffin Calvert and New Riegel. I'm Nate Mullins on the call with Greg Kinn. We've got Austin Rodriguez on the camera. Thanks for tuning in here on the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. We're just minutes away from the first pitch brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. But before we get to that first pitch, let me thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this broadcast to you here and all season long right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope in Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, and Webster Industries, all proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. We're just about set to get started here, and Greg, a stark contrast in terms of weather compared to where we were last night.
Yeah, I can feel my toes today.
Exactly. It was definitely one of those nights where you kind of wanted one of those 5-inning games.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, like I wasn't saying anything against either one of the teams.
No.
That's not to slight anybody, but it was so cold.
When it was
bitter.
I was going to say, when it was 8-0 in the fourth inning, you're like, all right, maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's a chance we get out of here. And then, like you said, how often do you go all 7 innings in a 12-0 game? Only our luck, right?
Exactly. That's exactly right. Only our luck. That's pretty much how it goes anymore, man. All right, so once again, you're tuned in here on the pregame show. And like I said earlier, this matchup will determine who's going to sit alone atop the SBC River. As these two teams have yet to match up yet this year. We'll have this one, and then they have another one to end the regular season. But, Greg, this one here, a very anticipated matchup between these two teams.
Oh, absolutely. And we've seen both of these teams play, at least once so far this season on our coverage here. But we haven't seen them play both of them, not the same team. So we haven't seen how they've matched up against a similar rival. We got to see New Riegel play against Lakota earlier, but we haven't got to see Calvert and Lakota because our first game got canceled out because of the terrible weather and stuff.
Right.
So we've seen Calvert, put on some wake up the bats against a few teams here, but not a similar opponent have we got to see yet tonight or in our coverage here. So we'll see how these guys go against each other here.
Once again, you are live here on the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Give our friends a call over at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Place your delivery or pickup order now and get 10% off your order. If you place it online or call it in, it's going to be a delivery or a pickup order only. And if you're dining in, guess what, folks? Chips and salsa on me. On me today.
Let's say, don't be flashing deals like that. You'll have me on the phone over here during the broadcast. And when they show up with my delivery, don't say I didn't tell you.
Once again, tell them that you heard about the deal on Heart of Ohio Sports to lock in that deal. And that deal's good anytime you're listening to the broadcast. So just let them know you've heard about the broadcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. You heard that Xcaret Mexican Restaurant was the pregame show sponsor, and you want to take advantage of that 10% discount. Go ahead and call your order in or put it in online. Take advantage of that discount brought to you by our friends at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We're getting set to get started here with our first pitch brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. Our postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Pitch Cam tonight brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Pitching matchups brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Our keys to the game brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering. And our first pitch brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. All calls to the bullpen brought to you by Hope in Fostoria.
Let's say if you want to get technical, this is our second pitch because we had a special guest out here to start the game. Sixth grader Darren Hoffman throwing out the first pitch here to start this one also.
And Caden Otterbacher gets us started with a strike here at Zip Zalar Field. And there's your first pitch brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. You said Derek Hoffman?
Darren Hoffman.
Darren Hoffman.
Yep.
Well, hey, congratulations to that young man. And Caden Otterbacher fires another one in there for a strike. It was part of the recognition for Autism Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely want to raise awareness for that. And we're thankful that they were here as Caden Otterbacher starts Shane Jones out with 3 straight strikes and sits him down looking.
And last time we seen Otterbacher on the mound threw a no-hitter in 5 innings against Columbian in the honor games.
That is correct. That'll bring up Matthew Flores.
Oh.
Flores handling the catching duties, grounds this one to the pitcher, who snags it out of the air and throws it over to first.
I'll tell you, man, it takes some guts to be a pitcher when a ball comes flying at you like that. Not to just duck down in your turtle shell and cower away. That's why I never pitch. That's the only reason I pitch.
And that'll bring up Brody Homan. Homan playing shortstop here today. Watches that one in there for a strike. Count now 1-1. Homan hits this one into right field, but the right fielder will camp under it and make the play for the final out. So a 1-2-3 first inning for Caden Otterbacher as he picks up where he left off the last time we were here. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Tiffin Calvert due up to bat.
Getting it done quickly there at the top.
Let's talk keys to the game, brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. I think for New Riegel today, the key is Shane Jones. He's standing there on the mound right now. His performance is going to dictate their success today. If he can shut down this powerful, potent Calvert lineup from top to bottom, I think they stand a very good chance today of coming away with a victory. But that's really what it comes down to, Greg, because this New Riegel offense, they should be able to scrap together a couple runs.
All right.
But he's got to be dominant today because this Calvert offense is powerful.
I was going to say, and I've said it every Calvert game we've covered so far, is I believe that's always going to be the key to the game for me, for any team that faces Calvert, is you cannot let them get rolling. Yes. You cannot let them get momentum because, man, they're just incredibly hard to stop if you let that happen. So until I see otherwise, that's my key to the game always for Calvert. You got to slow them down. Do not let them get rolling.
Exactly. Take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lease Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, and that's going to do it. As I forgot to make my edit on my list here, and I'll make sure I do that now. But leading off for Tiffin Calvert, number 1, Blake Coleman. Coleman went 1 for 4 last night in the win over Gibsonburg. He leads it off playing shortstop here today for the Senecas. That one misses the strike zone for a ball. One thing I do know about this Calvert lineup, they're going to be patient. They're going to make Jones pitch to them. That's kind of the key for this Calvert lineup as Blake Coleman hits this one into right field, but the right fielder there to make the play as that one hung up in the air just a little too long there.
Yeah.
But Coleman squared up on it, but the right fielder ranged over really well to make that play. They were playing him, kind of shading him towards that center field. And that'll bring up A.J. Shoemaker. First pitch inside for a ball. Shoemaker grounds this one to short. Shortstop gloves, throws to first, and they get him at first for the second out of the inning. Nice play there by Brody Holman as he charged in on it instead of waiting back to make that play. That's key for a shortstop. You got to be aggressive. Now at the plate, Caden Otterbacher. Jones comes set. Here's the 1-0. That one in there for a strike. Drops it in the bucket.
That was nice.
A little bender there. The 1-1 misses. Scoots to the backstop. It's 2-1 on Caden Otterbacher. Otterbacher with 20 hits and 40 at-bats. Swings through on that one, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 grounded, foul down the third base line.
Man, that thing must have slowed down pretty good over there. 'Cause I thought that was already past the bases by the time it even got over there.
Right.
I think they grew that Gibsonburg grass in anticipation for Gibsonburg last night.
And a swing and a miss from Otterbacher. And the throw down to first for the out. And that's the final out here in the bottom of the first. No score. Both teams go 1, 2, 3. And this is what we kind of expected, a pitcher's duel here. As with Shane Jones on the mound, Caden Otterbacher, you're in for a treat today, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Zip Zalar Field, getting ready to start the second inning. No score between Tiffin Calvert and New Riegel in this battle for the top spot in the SBC River. Nate Mullins on the call with Greg Kinn. We've got Austin Rodriguez on the main cam. Thanks for tuning in here with us on the pulse of the Buckeye State. Make sure you share the video if you're watching, folks. There's a lot of fans out there in the area that might not be aware that maybe there's a game being broadcast right now on Heart of Ohio Sports. Maybe your friends are some of those people. Help us out. Help us reach new audiences. It just takes 2 clicks on your part. Share to your feed. Share public. That's all.
To say, especially today's game when we didn't originally have it scheduled. So this one's kind of a little surprise game.
That's a good point, Greg. Leading off here in the top of the second inning is Carson Paul. Paul playing first base today. Fouls this one off to the right and nearly takes out a street light. Here's the 1-1 from Otterbacher. Swung on, fouled into the net, straight back. It's 1-2.
Thank goodness for that net.
Right?
Thing just tall enough to grab that one.
Here's the 1-2. Down low and outside. Paul watches it, and that'll even the count at 2-2. Swung on, fouled at the plate. This one swung on and fouled off again. Spoiled another good pitch there. Two-two count and a time called by Paul. He steps out. Just playing little head games with the pitcher there, Greggy. That's all that is right there.
No, don't get comfortable. Oh.
Fouled off. Nobody out here in the top of the first. No score between New Riegel and Calvert. 2-2 count here on Carson Paul.
We're top of the second now.
Or top of the second. Yeah, you got me.
Flew through that first one.
Swing and a miss. Went up high with the fastball.
Flew through that first inning about as fast as that pitch there.
Shoo. And Carson Paul went upstairs to get that one. But came up empty. Starting to realize I need a pencil for this. Check swing.
You know, those nice clicky mechanical pencils.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's like the only kind of pencil I could use anymore.
I don't know if I could do that, though. I have a habit of clicking pens while I'm broadcasting the game.
Oh!
This one grounded to short. Coleman up with it over to first for the second out here in the top of the second. Nice play there by Blake Coleman. And that'll bring up Gabe Pugh. Pugh playing third base today. Otterbacher runs that one upstairs. And he misses with the first one. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Ooh, just low with that one. 2-1 the count. Gabe Pugh with a nice job just laying off that. But honestly, Greg, what are you going to do with that, you know?
Yeah.
You're going to pound that into the dirt. Are you... Did Caden Otterbacher just break the catcher's glove? He just broke Connor's glove. I heard he hit 91 in the last start.
It certainly sounded like 91 hit.
Had a snap to it, didn't it?
Ooh.
Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Count is even at 2-2. Caden Otterbacher just throwing gas right now. Swung on and missed.
Nasty. Man.
The third strikeout of the game in 2 innings for Caden Otterbacher. We head to the bottom of the second. No score between Tiffin Calvert and New Riegel. We're live here at Zip Zalar Field. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you. Austin Rodriguez on the main cam. Once again, make sure you share the video for us. Like, follow, and subscribe on all of our platforms. That helps too, obviously, but please share the video. It takes 2 clicks, 2 seconds. Helps us out a lot. This is a big game. I'm sure a lot of people want to be watching this one. And we got a great pitching matchup here. We'll talk about that here. Our pitching matchup brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. We got 2 of the best on the mound here today. As for New Riegel, Shane Jones, dynamite pitcher. 5-0 on the season with a .58 ERA. 36 innings pitched, 49 strikeouts, just 8 walks on the season.
Man, that sounds like the kind of stats that get you to be player of the game for Hartwell House.
That is exactly it. Oh, he already got one of those, didn't he? Yeah, he got to wear that winged cardinal already.
We definitely got to see him put in work here. Our first game that we covered this season. It was a thing of beauty.
He leads this New Riegel pitching staff Blue Jackets have been undefeated in league play. Overall, their record stands at 8-4. That first pitch outside to Connor Moyer. Moyer batting. Well, I got a game changer now. I'm going to check that. I ended up just biting the bullet. Said, all right, fine.
Now, here's my question.
Nobody's going to add me to their team, so.
This is my question for you, Nate. You got the Super Mario brothers here.
Jones.
As Tommy has coined them. Which one do you think's Mario and which one do you think's Luigi? I want to know which one they want to pick. I wonder if they argue about it.
In there for a strike. It evens the count at 2-2.
Man.
Hey, good call here. Make sure you finish.
Moyer batting 200 on the season. With a .417 on base percentage as he draws the walk there. Puts himself on first base. Let's see if they pinch run for him here.
It's the first time anybody's got on base so far today.
It's not a pinch runner, it's a
I don't know.
designated runner, what they call it.
Whatever they want to call it.
I don't think they can do that until the later innings, though. So. And they got him going around on that one.
Whoa.
First pitch up high, but Cameron Moyer thought it was just a juicy one. He couldn't lay off it.
I thought he pulled back fast enough.
Here's the 0-1. Up high. Snap throw to first, and Moyer back safely. Had himself a nice little lead out there, though. He's leaning a little bit.
Trying to catch him sleeping there.
Swung on and missed.
Man.
That'll even the count at 2-2. Cameron Moyer batting .226 on the season. 7 hits and 31 at-bats.
Yeah, I mean, so far right now, you could just switch out Shane Jones and Kid Nadebacher to be the same person.
Moyer grounds to second. To second base for one. The relay is in time, and they get the double play.
Man.
Nicely done by the infield defense there.
Oh, yeah.
Second baseman just smartly
Yeah,
went
very
right
smart.
over it. Shortstop was there to cover, and a nice relay.
Yeah, you got to fight your instincts there to just want to throw it over to first. And wait a minute. There's a better play to be made here, and man, did they make it.
That'll bring up Jake Kidwell.
Ooh.
Kidwell hits this one into left field. Trouble. And the left fielder comes up to make an excellent catch. What a spectacular catch by the left fielder. Who do we have out there in left field? Is that Alec Holman?
Man, is that the end of the second already?
Or is that, let me see, I should look at my lineup card. But that is the end of the second inning. We're going to step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey carpet and floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking.
Parents who host lose the most.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Zip Zalar Field. We're live here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks for tuning in here with us. Getting set to start the top of the third. Brighton Coffin leading things off for the Blue Jackets as Caden Otterbacher set to work his third inning of work here. Coffin watches that one down low. You love to hear that dugout just chirping away. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, the dugout's out here. You know what? We've been through 2 innings already. It's time to wake up.
That one down low. We were looking at our pitching matchup. I got a chance to talk about Shane Jones. I didn't get a chance to talk about our other half of the pitching matchup here. Caden Otterbacher on the season. Just an outstanding campaign so far. 3 starts. He's 3-0 with a .56 ERA. He's allowed just 1 run, 8 walks, 24 strikeouts. And that's in just 12 innings pitched. This one fouled off to the right. 2-2 the count here on Coffin. Strike 3 called.
Buddy.
Brighton Coffin goes down looking. The 4th strikeout of the game so far for Caden Otterbacher. That one up high to Casey Clouse. I got to give him credit for that catch at the end of the 2nd inning because he came on and made a spectacular catch to get the out.
Yeah, that one for sure looked like it was going to land in a dangerous spot. Was for sure going to get somebody on base if nothing else, but man, what a dive to get underneath of that one.
Swing and a miss by Clouse. Carter Clouse. Was that who that is? Carter Clouse, not Casey Clouse. What am I thinking? I don't know where I got the name Casey from. Carter Clouse watches that one. And another strikeout for Caden Otterbacher. Swung on, fouled back.
Man, those things are flying. Those pitches are coming in hot, Nate.
Yeah. This one hit to the third baseman, Godfrey, up with it, over to first for the final out. And the Blue Jackets go 1-2-3. Still no score as we head to the bottom of the third here at Zip Zalar Field.
I mean, pretty much so far, Nate, it's exactly what we anticipated here in this one.
Pitching matchup. You knew it was going to be a heck of a matchup here today.
Both of these guys just dealing, not letting anything happen.
We'll give a thank you to all of our sponsors here today for allowing us to bring this broadcast to you live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. When you hear paywall free, that means without them, you'd have to pay for it. So that's why it's free. So when you are out spending your money, make sure you remember that. Remember these names: Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, and Linda S. Ritzler Accounting. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Yeah, when you talk about paywalls and stuff, Nate, how many times have you been online and you see a link that's like, hey, catch the game here, check it out here. And you click on it, and I mean, besides the spam ones, but the ones that actually are legit, and then you get there and it takes you to a website where it's like, hey, you know, $9.99 a month and you can watch this video or whatever. Like, it's always hidden behind that paywall.
Right.
Not with us.
And I think that's the thing that a lot of fans remember the most, but sponsors, as Harrison Schultz fouls this one off to the left or to the right, sponsors, this is all archived, and it's archived. So when people go back and watch this later on, they're going to see your name over and over and over again. Schultz fouls this one straight up and over, and knocks somebody's flower planter over.
How? Of all the things it hit like a flower planter like the size of the baseball. How is that even possible?
I think it went in the flower planter. Schultz chops this one. It's going to get to the second baseman. The throw over to first is in time. Nice play there by the second baseman. That'll bring up Cash Lee.
You said that. I thought you said one name, like Ashley. And I was like, what did he just say? Cash Lee. There we go.
And Lee watches that one in there for a strike. It's 1-1 the count. Swung on hit to right field. This one looks to be playable, and it's going to stay in. No, it's just foul.
Wow.
And I thought the right fielder might have had a chance at it, but he's just playing a little bit too far to the left, and he had to range quite a bit to get that one. So
yeah, looking at from where it landed at to where he's going back to right now, yeah, absolutely.
And I think he might have just kind of lost it up there. And at the last minute, he started tracking it again.
Yeah, that sun's right in that spot where it'd be right in your eyes trying to look at that.
Yeah. 1-2 the count here on Cash Lee. One down here in the bottom of the third. No score. That one up high. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Throw down to first for the out. So a strikeout for Shane Jones.
I feel like you're going to be saying that a lot anytime we cover New Riegel this season.
In there for a strike. Logan Ritzler at the plate for the Senecas. Ritzler grounds this one to third. Third baseman up with it, throws it over to first, and that's in time as Ritzler nearly beat it, but a nice throw by the third baseman to get him there for the final out. Another 1-2-3 inning. We head to the top of the fourth. No score here at Zip Zalar Field, and we are zipping right along. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink is here for all of your printing and design needs. From reunions to small events, to business apparel and even vehicle lettering, they've got you covered. They make the gear that you make your memories in. Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Zip Zalar Field. No score as we get started here in the top of the fourth inning. Back to the top of the order, Shane Jones leading off for the Blue Jackets as Caden Otterbacher set to start his fourth inning of work here. Jones batting .500 on the season, 16 hits and 32 at-bats. He's got a home run, 3 triples, 6 doubles, And 5 singles. He did not go.
Okay.
So that one down low. Jones has a good eye. 12 walks on the season, so that goes for a .660 on-base percentage. And when you look at that .938 slugging percentage, it gives you an OPS of just a shade under 1.6. Wow. Jones smacks that one through the infield. Oh, the second baseman was just able to get a glove on it to keep it down, but Jones with a single breaks up the no-hitter. And that'll put a runner on base for Matthew Flores. Otterbacher's first pitch to Flores is down low. Matthew Flores on the season, batting .500 himself. So 2 guys batting .500 on this squad. 15 hits and 30 at-bats for Flores. Swung on and missed, up high. And I'm telling you, those are just, they're so juicy looking coming out of his hand. I mean, that is a meaty looking fastball. It's straight up in the zone. It makes you want to swing at it. It's so hard to lay off those. Throw back to first, and actually just a look back. Just gave him a look. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and skied on the infield to the third baseman. Godfrey calls for it, squeezes it, and makes the out. 1 out.
Again, a heck of a good job there. You look at the shadows on the ground, Nate. He's looking right into the sun trying to track that ball.
Absolutely. Brody Holman flied out to right field first time up. They'll look back to first with no throw. Jones, a speedy threat on the bases with 7 stolen bases on the year. He's off. The throw from Moyer down to second is not in time. Boy, that was so close. Now, that was a close play at second base.
I'm going to say this. I left the pitching camera on there, and it was right on second base. And
Whew.
Looked closer than that to me.
What a slide by Jones to get out of the way of the tag there.
Ooh. Man. Heck of a steal, though.
Jones with that swim move there to get out of the way. And Coach Coleman comes out and says, hey, you sure? You sure? Okay, all right. Just want to make sure you were sure. That'll put a runner at second base with 1 out. Brody Holman at the plate. Here's the 1-0. Down low. 2-0 the count here on Holman. Holman batting .286 on the season, 10 hits and 35 at-bats. And now we're getting a little conference here. A little mound conference between Moyer and the pitcher, as I think this is more about the runner at second than the batter.
Maybe a little get on the same page.
Yep.
You know, if I see this, I'll signal you that kind of situation there.
I think it's one of those where whenever there's a runner at second, the catcher starts getting nervous about signs. You know what I mean? Because they can see. And you got that eye in there. You don't want them knowing what you're throwing. Swung on, hit to right field. This is going to get down for a base hit. And a run will score as Shane Jones races around from second to score. And Brody Holman with an RBI.
What a hit there.
Absolutely. That'll bring up Carson Paul. Watches that one in there for a strike. Holman down there at first base. He's got 9 stolen bases on the year, leads the team in steals, so definitely somebody to keep an eye on here. They're going to have to keep him honest. Throw back to first is just to keep him honest. Nice lead for Holman here. Swing and a miss from Paul. And quickly it's 0-2 on Carson Paul. That was just Otterbacher's second earned run allowed on the season. Shane Jones with a single, stolen base, worked his way around to score the run. Paul hits this one sky high, and this is a chance for a double play. Godfrey over to first is in time, and they double him up to end the inning. So the hit and run does not pay off as they just a little weak fly ball there to the third baseman, and that's the final out in the top of the fourth. But the Blue Jackets score a run. It's 1-0 New Riegel here as we head to the bottom of the fourth on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you. We've got Austin Rodriguez on the main cam.
Yeah, man, right there is the kind of plays you need to make when you want to make sure you get yourself out of a jam. Found yourself in a dangerous situation there, and I said, all right, one run was enough. We need to get up out of here.
Yeah.
It's an excellent double play there.
So Shane Jones set to work his fourth inning of work here. Take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here on this broadcast on this beautiful Thursday evening, live from Zip Zalar Field. We want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, and Linda S. Ritzler Accounting. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Second time through the lineup here as the Blue Jackets second time through. They got a little bit better looks there at Caden Otterbacher. Were able to scratch across the run. Let's see what the Senecas do the second time they face Shane Jones here, as the dominant pitcher for the Blue Jackets has been pretty comfortable here so far as he's worked through the order in succession. So he's at the minimum still. Coleman chops this one to third, and he's going to beat this one. Safe at third, as that was kind of one of those weak infield hits. Little chopper that just third baseman really couldn't do anything with it, Greg. There was no play to be made there.
Yeah, he had to come out and chase it down, and then after that, the time that it took to get that, for him to get to the ball, and that time the runner's already pretty much at first base. So yeah, it's not much you can do with that one.
And Coleman, quick out of the box. Worked his way down to first to beat the throw. And now the Senecas have a runner on first with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up A.J. Shoemaker. Shoemaker batting .414 on the season, 12 hits and 29 at-bats. Snap throw to first. Coleman back safely. That one in the dirt. As Shoemaker watches that one bounce off the plate. I'm always thankful when the wind blows that way, Greg, because it keeps the dust off our equipment. 1-0 New Riegel. Bottom of the fourth.
That was a quick little.
Uh-huh.
That's a sneaky one there.
He doesn't like runners on. I remember that from the Lakota game that we called. That went in there for a strike. Shoemaker watches it on the inside corner. And it's 1-1. Snap throw over to first. Runner back safely. Third throw over to first by Jones here in this at-bat. Like I said, Greg, he doesn't like runners on.
Ooh.
Batter calls time at the last minute. That's a little head games right there.
Yeah.
That's what you call head games.
That wasn't even last minute. That was last second.
Jones hasn't had very many base runners all season, as he's allowed just 28 on base. Swing and a miss by Shoemaker, and it's 1-2. Took a little bit off that one, Greg. Had him guessing. Nobody out. Blake Coleman down at first base. 1-2 the count here on A.J. Shoemaker. Shane Jones comes set. Here's the pitch. Up high. And that'll even the count at 2-2. Infield play in the corners here. As that one down low. And it's a full count here on Shoemaker. Up high, and that's a walk. It'll put the runner on. So runners on first and second with nobody out. And that'll bring up Caden Otterbacher.
Chance to make something get going here.
Otterbacher batting .489 on the season. 22 hits in 45 at bats. Just 4 strikeouts on the year. Swung at that first one up high. And down in the count 0-1. That one misses. 1-1 the count. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 New Riegel. Shane Jones comes set. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. It's 1-2. Caden Otterbacher at the plate. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Jones, here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back into the net. He's just staying alive there, Greg, with that one.
It's like watching a chess match.
It is. It's exactly what it is. Otterbacher fouls that one back. And he's just fighting now, Greg. Choked up on the bat a little bit. He's just fighting off pitches. One ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch from Jones. Swung on and missed.
And it just impresses me so much. These pitchers, the control that they have over the speed of these pitches. They can send them in there just smoking hot, and then they can send one just cruising by you real slow.
Right?
like you say, you have you guessing like that.
Yeah. It's going to be the 4th strikeout of the game for Shane Jones, as we'll have a little call to the bullpen here. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Hope in Fostoria, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Just a mound visit, just a little conference here, if you will. No changes are going to be made. They just want to talk things over, discuss a little strategy here, Greg, because I think you got the meat of the order coming up.
He's definitely doing a great job so far here today, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you still got 2 dangerous runners on base right now. So you kind of, like you said, discuss the strategy and make sure you're all on the same page. And he's ready to keep rocking and rolling and get them out of this one.
So that'll bring up Connor Moyer. Moyer batting .200 coming into this one. 1 out. Runners at first and second. First pitch up high.
He got walked earlier today, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Drew a walk back in the first, but ended up being part of a double play in the next at-bat. Here's the 1-1, up high.
Ooh. That one was going right for Connor's head. I could see it. I seen that. He would go. I mark my words right now. You go back and watch this one. If that net wasn't there and that catcher wasn't there, Connor was getting domed with that one sitting back there.
I think it was Paul Shoemaker just told him, like, hey, if that net wasn't here, you wouldn't be here. Ooh, that one misses outside, and it's 3-1 the count on Connor Moyer. Righty-lefty matchup here. Moyer hits this one into center field. Center fielder retreating, makes the play. Runner will tag and make it over to third base. But 2 outs as runners.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Shoemaker took off for second base, thinking that nobody was going to be there. But a heads-up play there by the pitcher to throw him out.
Oh, my goodness.
And a scoring opportunity was wasted there as Tiffin Calvert leaves one on third. Wow. And that's going to be the end of the 4th inning. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Zip Zalar Field. We can set to start the top of the 5th. It's 1-0 New Riegel. Nate Mullins and Greg Kinn on the call with you. We've got Austin Rodriguez on the main cam. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Caden Otterbacher set to start his 5th inning of work. Gave up a run back in the 4th inning as Shane Jones led things off with a single, stole a base, and then scored on an RBI from Brody Holman.
It's definitely been an interesting game so far of take them where you can get them, because neither one of these teams is going to let you have anything.
Yeah.
Still shaking my head somehow how that last inning ended. Man.
Crazy ending to that last inning. I'm not sure what happened there, whether that was a gut decision by Shoemaker or whether that was a call from the coach that maybe saw something that didn't materialize, but heads-up play by that defense. They were on top of it.
Heads up for Austin to be on top of that, because like I said, I was looking down at buttons. I look up at the screen, the computer screen. I see him getting tagged out. Second, I said, what the heck just happened?
Well, you can call her Butter because she's on it like Blue Bonnet. Asher Schalk leads things off here for the Blue Jackets. Top of the 5th. Watches the first one for a ball. That one in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Schalk grounded out to short his first time up back in the 1st. Watches that one in there for a strike. Here's the 1-2. Down low. Schalk with a good eye there. That one inside, and it's a full count here on Asher Schalk. Schalk batting .229 on the season, with a .349 on base percentage. As he watches that, oh no, strike 3 call. Wow. Well, he wasn't happy about that one. Another strikeout for Caden Otterbacher. First pitch strike, Gabe Pugh at the plate. Swing and a miss by Pugh. Batting .200 on the season, 6 hits in 30 at-bats. Watches that one skip off the plate.
The dugout. A little overreaction, trying to get inside Otterbacher's head over here. Uh-oh. That's so funny.
That one up high, and it's 2-2 on Pugh. This is the marquee matchup here, as you see the lawn chairs peppered around the field here. And it's now a full count. After falling behind 0-2 in the count, Gabe Pugh has worked himself back into this count. Got himself into a hitter situation here. Here's a 3-2. Swung on and missed.
Otterbacher said, we'll take care of that situation.
Second straight strikeout for Caden Otterbacher. That's his 7th of the ball game here. That'll bring up Brighton Coffin. Coffin batting .258 on the season. The 1-0. That one missed. 2-0 the count. Up high, 3-0 on Coffin.
Up high, man, that thing is still smacking that glove.
Mm-hmm. Fired that one right in there for a strike. Here's the 3-1. Swung on, chopped. Back to the pitcher. Is he going to have time to get it over? I don't think he did.
I think he...
Coffin beat it out of the box.
Oh, my goodness.
And I think maybe if that one would have, instead of a one-hop, if that would have been an on-line throw, he would have had a chance. But the one-hop, I think Otterbacher was kind of stumbling a little bit when he threw that. Didn't get enough on it to get it over there in time.
Man.
So Brighton Coffin on first base with 2 outs.
Got caught slipping again with that one, Nate. That's too exciting. I forgot to switch the camera back. I'm sorry, Austin. Don't be mad at me. That's a crazy play.
Swing and a miss.
But yeah, you're right. On that throw, Otterbacher kind of had to, he was running this way and leaning forward down to grab it and kind of didn't really have his full footing when he launched that one across there.
So an infield single for Brighton Coffin puts him at first base with 2 outs. Carter Clouse at the plate. Struck out looking back in the 3rd inning. And another strikeout.
Wow. Again, just
Caden Otterbacher just mowing him down at this point. He's got 8 strikeouts through 5 innings. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 New Riegel. And we've got one heck of a pitcher's duel here between these two dynamite pitchers.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Calvert left some guys on base there in the last inning. They can't afford to do that here again.
No.
Getting late in this one. You have to put some points up here. With the pitcher's duel going on like this, 1 point could be enough to get you the victory here today.
That's right. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for helping us bring today's broadcast to you here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, and Linda S. Ritzler Accounting. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Pretty sure I just heard somebody yell, Cameron, hit it out of the park.
Well,
And the scary thing is he could do it.
He's going to need to work for that one against Jones, though. I'll tell you. Shane Jones is pitching himself a masterpiece here today as he has shut down this Calvert lineup. Just 1 hit and 2 walks so far for these Senecas. Swing and a miss. I don't think Moyer was ready for that one. Here's a 1-1.
Ooh.
Going inside. And it's 2-1.
Tell you, Nate, that one was so close there to hitting him that if I was up to bat, I definitely would have smacked him right in the belly.
Yeah, he's pretty nimble of the feet for
But then again,
a man of his stature.
I gotta be just getting in trouble for being over the plate all the time.
Right.
But yeah, that was a quick reaction. Jump out of the way of that one there.
3-1 on Cameron Moyer. That one in there for a strike as Moyer was getting ready to head down to first base thinking it was a walk, but
starting a little walk there.
as we learned last night, Blue doesn't like that, Greg. A swing and a miss. Moyer goes down swinging. That's the 5th strikeout of the game for Jones.
Just trying to catch up to Adebayo here now.
I mean,
They're just going to duel it out with strikeouts here today.
that'll bring up Jake Kidwell. Kidwell fouls this one off. Kidwell batting .333 on the season. This one in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. 1 out, 1-0 New Riegel. Here's a pitch from Jones, up high. We got a time called by the pitcher here. A little conference between the batter and the coach here. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopped foul. Craig, did he hit that off the ground? Did that hit the ground and then he hit it? He went down to get that one.
I don't know, it bounced over there and I seen Coach Coleman was trying to go over and barehanded again. He just chased down every ball that comes anywhere near him.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Jones. And that'll bring up Harrison Schultz.
Two outs here. They could use some of that Magic Man magic.
That one in there for a strike. Jones just dealing right now. Schultz hits this one. This one to the shortstop. Ranges over to make the play.
What a play.
For the final out. And that's the end of the 5th inning. New Riegel on top 1-0. We head to the 6th here at Zip Zalar Field. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. We'll be right back.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We're live at Zip Zalar Field in this SBC clash between the top two teams in the conference. And we have one heck of a pitching matchup here today. Of course, our pitching matchups always brought to you by your friends at UIS Insurance and Investments. And this one has not disappointed, as we've had two of the best in the SBC River, as Caden Otterbacher and Shane Jones have both been dealing. But this New Riegel offense was able to get the best of Otterbacher for one run back in the third inning, and that's been the story so far here today. Swung on, skied on the infield. Second baseman Ritzler makes the play.
You can count on Ritzler to make that play.
Yeah, right. That was Alec Holman. Didn't get a chance to tell you. Holman was batting .207 on the season. Brings up Shane Jones. Jones scored the game's only run after he singled in the fourth inning. Grounded to short. Coleman.
Look at him. Look at the
throw over to first, and in time to get the out.
Yeah, it worked for that one. You see the wheels on Jones?
Yeah. He's quick, man.
Man, for real.
Quicker than a hiccup. Is that what they say?
Yeah, I seen him take off, and I said, oh, my gosh, is he going to beat it?
He almost did. That's close. Matthew Flores at the plate. 2 down. Flores watches that first one down low. New Riegel a little bit more aggressive approach here in this inning. It led to 2 quick outs. And Flores fouls this one straight back, and it's 1-1. As we mentioned, Flores on the season batting .500. He hits this one to the second baseman. And another put out for Logan Ritzler. And that'll be the end of the top of the 6th. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, it is 1-0 New Riegel. Tiffin Calvert. Got to make something happen here in these last 2 innings. But these Blue Jackets, I'm telling you, Shane Jones has just pitched a masterpiece here so far today.
Yeah, the only time you really even had anything going for you was when you had a guy on third and a guy on first there, and you tried to steal second right before they just got another guy up the bat. Just bad time there, and they got him out. Just snuck out of that inning there. But, man, I really thought Calvert was in position. They were in position to strike then, Nate.
Yeah. But up next, you'll have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Tiffin Calvert as Cash Lee, Logan Ritzler, and Blake Coleman will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. We want to take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. We're going to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lease Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, and Linda S. Ritzler Accounting. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Just about ready to start this bottom of the 6th. Shane Jones has settled in and made himself comfortable here in this one.
Yeah, he put on his work boots today, that's for
He
sure.
really did. He brought his lunch pail. That's for sure. Cash Lee set to lead off for Tiffin Calvert. Struck out back in the 3rd inning.
Cash. If I was him, I would just go into the studio and dub that over. Just actually make it say that.
Right? Why not?
Come into our studio. We'll make it happen for you.
Swing and a miss. That wouldn't be too hard to do, Greg.
Oh, no. I can make it happen. Get him some custom music.
I was going to say, I can put it on a button on the road. Squared to bunt. did not go around, though. And watch that one in the dirt for a ball. I don't know if it was in the dirt or they just scraped it off the dirt to grab it. 1-1 the count.
Ooh,
that one was in the dirt.
Oh,
Lee fouls that one back.
Fouled it right. Tricked me into looking right into the sun. Thanks a lot. I'll never see you again now.
Cash Lee batting .212 on the season.
Made it through the whole eclipse without looking at the sun and couldn't handle one foul ball.
Lee hits this one into left field, and it's going to be foul. Just foul.
That was looking tasty for a second.
And it's 2-2 on Cash Lee here.
Those cleats on the concrete sound like people were clapping.
Right. Senecas went quickly in the fifth. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. There's Lee with a hit to center field, but right at the center fielder.
Oh, my goodness.
Who ranges in to make the play for the first out. Nice play there by Alec Holman. That'll bring up Logan Ritzler.
Had 2 of the 3 outs here in the last inning. On the top of the inning here.
Down low. I tell you, anytime Jones gives them something to swing at, it's right where he wants them to swing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking that about how anytime they've gotten a piece of the ball here, it really has landed favorably for them or gone foul. It's just, he knows what he's dealing there.
Pinpoint precision. In there for a strike to Ritzler. And it's 2-1.
He says, if I'm going to give you something you can hit, it's not going to be anything good for you.
2-1, hit back up the middle. Second baseman gloves and throws to first for the second out.
Man.
And we're back to the top of the order here as Blake Coleman strolls to the plate with 2 down.
This game. It really has been swing for swing, out for out. So like you said, Nate, just the 1 score difference there.
That one down low. I think with these Senecas, they just got to take a little bit more of a patient approach. As that one chopped to second, throw over to first for an easy 1-2-3 for Shane Jones.
I don't think patience is the key to anything here today. We're about to enter the 7th inning, and we're an hour and 15 minutes into this game.
Wow.
And I believe last night we were over 2 hours into that game.
Yeah. Quick work from Shane Jones. As we head to the 7th inning, it's 1-0 New Riegel. We'll step aside. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey carpet and floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
And we're back here at Zip Zalar Field, set to start the top of the 7th. Blue Jackets leading off. Brody Holman at the plate. And the Blue Jackets with a 1-0 lead. Holman watches that first one outside for a ball. Holman drove in the game's only run back in the 4th inning with a single, and then was part of a double play. Up high, and it's 2-0 here on Holman. Temperature's probably dropped about maybe 5 degrees since game time started, Greg. Is the wind picking up a little bit?
So it's definitely picked up by the wind here.
For sure.
Keeps moving my popcorn around.
And having some issues with the equipment here is the second time.
What'd you do, put on the broken glove?
He must like that one because he's like, I want that one. Fix it. Just fix it.
Sew it back up. Where's Mama Moya? We need to get this sewn back up.
Anybody bring their sewing kit? The 2-0 fouled straight back. Greg, if we'd have been sitting at that table.
Out.
Yeah.
I could like feel that one.
Yeah.
In the concrete here.
Oh yeah, in the floor.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-1.
Ooh.
Up high and inside. It's 3-1 on Brody Holman.
Here you go, Brody.
And a 4-pitch walk, or 5-pitch walk, sorry, issued by Otterbacher to lead things off here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up Carson Paul.
That little conference here. Guess we should count this as one of our call to the bullpens here.
I think we should definitely count this as a call to the bullpen here. We'll see if they decide to stick with him here, because his pitch count might be up a little bit, and after that walk, they might be saying, hey,
yeah, we're late in this one.
Let's keep this one a one-run game.
I was going to say, I'd be willing to bet that he's definitely throwing more pitches here today.
Yeah.
Probably ask him, how you feeling? Everything good?
I do know that he was dealing with some blistering on his finger for a little while at the beginning of the season. They went a little bit in between starts to give him some time to heal up, but I don't think that's been an issue since. That was back in the beginning of the year. Hard to believe we're already halfway through the season, Greg. Ridiculous.
Time always flies when you're having fun, Nate.
Mm-hmm. Holman over there at first. A threat to steal. First pitch in there. They're outside and high for a ball. Moyer with the snap throw down to first. Here's the 1-0. Down low.
Oh.
And it's 2-0. And Otterbacher starting to deal with a little bit of control issues here in the 7th inning. Two 2-0 the count here on Carson Paul. He squares the bunt, and he fouls this one into the net.
Ooh.
Don't want to leak any more of that delicious popcorn all over the place.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
2-1 on Carson Paul. Brody Holman down at first base. Paul chops this one. Weak grounder where nobody's there. Actually, Godfrey's there. The batter walking up to the plate got in my way. I didn't see Godfrey there. So they get the out at first, but the runner will advance. So you got to think Carson Paul did his job there, Greg. That's what you got to do. Nobody out. You got to get a runner over. And they did just that. So they got another runner in scoring position here with one out. And this is a key situation here for Calvert. They have got to keep this a one-run game because Shane Jones, you're not going to get any more than one if you do get one, Like, with the way he's pitching today.
There's a quick little conference there on the mound.
Mm-hmm.
If that wasn't a call to the bullpen, was that like a text to the bullpen or something?
One down, top of the 7th, 1-0 New Riegel. Asher Schalk at the plate. Runner at second. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Otterbacher. Swung on and missed. Schalk went up after that one.
You got that runner at second. Dangerous situation here. You don't want to have to come back from 1-1 with only, this is your last chance here if you get out of this, out of the top of the inning here.
Potentially. Swung on, fouled.
Just saying, it's a much bigger hill to climb if you let him put on some more points here.
Right? Oh, 0-2 the count. Runners off. Strike 3. Throw into left field.
Oh, wow, went wild.
And it's off the mark. Another run will score. It's 2-0 New Riegel. So I'll tell you, Greg, that was a situation where they put the pressure on. They put the runner in motion on an 0-2 count, and that forced the defense to be aware. And Moyer came up firing after the strikeout, thinking he had the throw, but
absolutely, I thought he had
the
it
batter
too.
being in the way forced that high throw.
I definitely thought he got it there. Now I realized that the ball got past him there or whatever. It's like, oh, my goodness.
And you got a right-handed batter in the box. That throw down to third is so hard after a strikeout. That's a difficult throw to make for any catcher.
Yeah.
I mean, the batter, that's not the batter's fault.
No,
What's he supposed to do? He's swinging.
It's absolutely just smart situational playing there.
And Gabe Pugh watches that and swings at that one. And it's 1-1. 2 down. 2-0 New Riegel. Swing and a miss.
That one looked a little angry.
Yeah.
He said, I got more left in the tank.
Yeah. A little bit. In there, strike 3 called.
Just like that.
But the damage has been done as the Blue Jackets scratch across an insurance run. And I'll tell you what, with Shane Jones on the mound,
it's going to be
that's
quite the challenge. It's hard enough to get yourself one run plated. Obviously, as we've seen, they haven't even been able to do that yet.
That's icing on the cake for this Blue Jackets team as they look to claim their stake as the top team in the SBC River. Both of these teams undefeated in league play. Tiffin Calvert having suffered just 1 loss on the season overall.
I tell you, the way that they've both played here today, I'd have no problem. Whatever team falls here today, I'd have no problem saying, you, sir, are the top of the league.
Absolutely.
Right now.
You're absolutely right. 100%. They earned it. I want to take time to thank all of our sponsors here today for allowing us to bring this broadcast to you. Our pregame show was presented by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Stick around for the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Our pitch camp tonight brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Pitching matchups today brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Our keys to the game brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering. First pitch sponsor tonight, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. Our call to the bullpens were brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. We'd also like to thank Clouse Electric and Linda S. Ritzler Accounting for their contributions to the broadcast. Still room for more on that sponsor list, folks. If you're a business owner or even just a family and you want to show your support for these teams in this area, send us a message, give us a call, give us an email. Bottom of the 7th, and the first pitch brushes Shoemaker back. One and 0 the count. Shoemaker grounds this one short. Up with it. Throw to first is in time. Boy, that was a close play at first.
I was holding my breath on that one. I said, so what's going to happen here?
But a nice throw by the shortstop. I'll tell you what, man, that shortstop's had himself one heck of a ball game today. He really has done a great job. I got to give a lot of credit to Brody Holman today for his excellent defense out in the field.
Yeah, definitely not coming up shortstop.
Otterbacher, another grounder to short. Throw over to first is in time for the second out.
Oh, man. That one just looked like it just barely made it to the glove there, too.
First pitch swung on, grounded to short, and now Seneca's down to their final out.
There's that key that you talked about, Nate, when we talked about keys of the game, the patience. We're not seeing it here.
It just haven't seen it. You got to work the count against this guy, and they just are not. I mean, I'm telling you, Jones is going to give you those meatball pitches that look like something you want to swing at, and you're not going to be able to do anything with it. The movement that he gets on his pitches, I mean, they look good coming out of the hand.
So you're saying he's like a bad cook where the pitches look like tasty meatballs, but they ain't no good at all? Man, for real though. Yeah, he's just sending things in there. It looks like it's something I'm going to get a piece of this one.
Yeah.
And the piece that you get, you don't want.
In there for a strike.
Just some really nice throws by both pitchers here today.
Moyer slams this one into right field.
Goodness.
Back, and gone! A home run!
Wow.
Connor Moyer
Wow.
ties the game with one swing of the bat.
No, there's only one.
Oh, wait, no. There's still, they scored a run. I'm sorry, my bad.
No.
They scored that insurance run, and that is huge. That's huge.
Huge.
That is such a huge.
That is exactly what we
That
talked
insurance
about.
run was huge.
It's exactly what we talked about there, Nate. I said,
That's why you got to get that.
cannot afford to give up that score.
I mean, you can't downplay that enough. For that insurance run in the top half of this inning, if not for that run, this is a tie ball game.
Yeah.
Even though I thought it was. I'm not looking at I don't have my monitor in front of me, so I'm not looking at the score all the time. So I'm just trying to play this one as it goes. And for whatever reason, my brain had a fart. Well, I thought it was still tied. I thought it was still a 1-0 game.
I'll tell you this much, in like my brain, on a big old hit like that, big old home run, even if there's nobody on base, still feels like you should get 2 points for that.
Yeah.
What a great hit there.
What a great hit. But, hey, Shane Jones still got a chance to close this one out. 2 down.
Absolutely.
He just needs 1 out here. That's it.
Oh, Chef Moriarty just
that home run could be meaningless.
Good.
I'm telling you, that home run could be meaningless here if not for.
We're still 2 down.
That's right. He's still got to take care of business. Outside, 2-0 the count here on Moyer, and you can see it shook him a little bit, but this young man, he is, cooler than a cucumber, cooler than the other side
for sure.
of the pillow. Down low, and it's 3-0 on Moyer.
Showing some of that patience we were just talking about them needing.
Absolutely. Here's the 3-0. In there for a strike. Nice pitch from Jones. Just needs 2 more strikes here. Here's the 3-1. Swung on, chopped at the plate, foul, off the plate. Time called, little conference here. Gonna talk things over. Jones worked his way back into this count here. Mm-hmm. It was a 3-0 count, now it's full.
Yeah, you'd be 1 pitch away from ending this one here.
That's right.
Big time victory if you can get out of this one.
Here it is. The 3-2 swung on, grounded to third. The throw in time! And the Blue Jackets take care of business here at Zip Zalar Field and knock off the Senecas to claim the top spot in the SBC River.
Well, we talked about a chess match, and that's exactly what you got here today. 2-1 victory.
Wow.
It doesn't get much closer than that, Nate.
What a big win for these Blue Jackets as they claim the top spot in the SBC River with this win. And that's bragging rights right there, Greg.
Oh,
you come into the hometown.
Big time.
You come in to the road team, and you make a statement win like this.
Yeah,
that can carry you with a lot of momentum going forward.
That's why I said no matter the outcome of this game, the other team can look at the victories and say, man, you earned this one. Either way, I mean, like you said, what a statement victories you see them out there in the field now.
Huge win for the Blue Jackets. And I'll tell you what a performance by Shane Jones. You take away that home run, and that is, I mean, one of the best gems you've seen all year.
Oh, my goodness.
Even with the home run, it's still one of the best pitching performances we've seen all year. Just an outstanding game all around. I mean, both teams played outstanding here today, but one team had to win. And the Blue Jackets come away with the victory here today.
And it took to the last minute.
And it did. Took the last swing. But once again, Blue Jackets win 2-1. We're going to step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go: Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports is owned by Mullins Entertainment and located inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. The space features a state-of-the-art podcast studio, open for public use. Building a platform for creators is one of our top priorities. We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All right, and we're back here at Zip Zalar Field. Your final score, 2-1, New Riegel on top of Tiffin Calvert, and the Blue Jackets stake their claim, the top spot at the SBC River, as they are still undefeated in conference play as we pass the midway point of the season here. And I'll tell you what, Greg, what a performance here by these Blue Jackets all around. I mean, great performance by both teams. Yeah. 2-1 game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, somebody had to lose this game, and that's the sad part, you know.
Yeah,
but
it's unlike the last few contests we've got to witness here. This one really did come down to the last at-bat, where neither one of these teams had taken care of the other one early in this game by any means. Like, it took everything that each team had, and that's what you expected when you're playing the top SBC teams trying to vie for the top spot. Everybody's got to bring their A game, man.
That's right. That's right. Once again, 2-1 is your final score. New Riegel stakes claim to the victory and also first place in the SBC River, and that moves their league record to 8-0.
Yeah, that's just good stuff. I mean, that's got to be such a huge confidence builder for this team. And
huge.
And then on the flip side of things, I truly believe that this is only going to make Calvert better.
Oh yeah.
So at the end of the day, these two are going to have to play each other again, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And I really hope we're going to be there for that one because I don't want to miss that. Talk about chips on your shoulder. Talk about wanting to prove something. Whew. You don't get beat at home. That's not cool.
Yeah.
Coward's not going to be happy about that one.
Yeah. But you know what?
Man.
I'm telling you, this team, this Blue Jackets team, with this win, you can get so much momentum from a win like this.
Oh my goodness.
Not just the win, but to come into you coming into hostile territory on the road, and you pick up a big road win like this. Like I said, Greg,
huge momentum shifts.
You never know how far you can go with a win like this, and this could carry them all the way through the postseason. It's a heck of a ball club over there, this New Riegel squad. They've already put together a solid campaign so far, but this could be one of those statement signature wins for the 2024 campaign for this New Riegel Blue Jackets team.
Well, I can tell you this much, Nate. After the final out was there, and I watched New Riegel, and everybody shake their hands, they went over to celebrate, and you could see that it was definitely a statement win. It was definitely a big-time deal to these kids.
Oh, yeah. Well, you heard it in the dugout from the 5th inning on, man. The energy from over there. I heard the coach at one time say, hey, I love the energy over here, guys, but, hey, let's just breathe. How about we just breathe a little bit? Take a deep breath. It's like, man, the energy in that dugout from start to finish was unmatched. You didn't see that. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, both of these teams well aware of who's on the other side there, who's your opponent, and they both know it's kind of like you got to put your foot on the throat and you don't let up kind of situation here.
That's right.
You can't let up on your opponent. They'll come back to bite you.
That's right. Once again, final 2-1 New Riegel on top of Tiffin Calvert. You're here on the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Head on over to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. If you're looking to buy a new car, you're looking to buy a house, you're looking to get a small loan to help pay some bills, head over to our friends at Your Legacy Federal Credit Union first before you go shopping. Because I'll tell you, when you get that pre-approval, you get that pre-approved rate, that's a good thing to have in your back pocket. And you can only find that, once again, at our friends at Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. But we also want to thank all of our sponsors here. Want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, Lee's Floor Covering, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Hope and Fostoria, Clouse Electric, and Linda S. Ritzler Accounting. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Once again, thanks for tuning in here on the postgame show, brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Final score, 2-1, New Riegel on top of Tiffin Calvert. Big win for the Blue Jackets here, and let's see how they take that momentum forward as we head into the second half of the season and getting set for postseason play. Both of these teams are going to be in the mix at the end of the year, and it's going to come down to that last matchup, Greg. I'm telling you, I know it. I just feel it.
Oh, yeah.
These two teams are matching up at the very end. It's the last regular season game for these two. That's going to be the one to be at.
Yeah, these two definitely showed why they're at the top of the SBC here today.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I can't wait for the rematch. That's all I got to say about that.
Once again, New Riegel 2, Tiffin Calvert 1. For Greg Kinn and Austin Rodriguez, I'm Nate Mullins, signing off from Zip Zalar Field. Have a great night, everybody. You've been watching Heart of Ohio Sports.